Hello everyone, this is Cthulhuigi. Welcome to part 10 of Let Us Play Super Mario Man's Deluxe. As you may have inferred from the way this started out, I am starting to get to the point where more regularly I have to scrap videos because they have no, content in them. I have cleared this stage twice, and both of the times I have died trying to go up the stairs. You see, there's like a stair right here, empty space here, and 2 blocks here, and you have to stand on there, and death here. I go, if I can even stand here, I go like this. Or no, I don't go like that. I go like this. Every time. 2 is a big number. And I just wasted a crap load of time for this stage, but I don't think that's a big concern. But yeah, other than that, you didn't really miss anything from losing the last video. I have a decent sense of how amusing my commentary is going to be before going into the saving menu deal thing. And you are not missing much. And that has happened to me more times than I can count. It's just this game has bad controls. Screw you. 8-bit games are not fun. They're challenging, but they're not challenging in a fun way. They're challenging in a, wow, this game was built. It's like fun in the way that, like, Monopoly is, I don't know, Monopoly is actually sort of fun, but if you've played any of the wacky new board games they have, they've become ridiculously sophisticated and European since days of old. But yes, I suck at metaphors. What was I talking about? Yes, I don't like old video games unless they're, like, not old. Super NES is not old, it is old-ish. This is old. And actually, really old video games, which are basically just like Wii games with bad graphics, are sort of fun, much like Wii games with good graphics. I'm not sure, Wii games don't have the excuse that video gaming is a new profession right now, but I do admire, like, the simple types of thing that some really old games have. But I cannot think of a single NES game that is my favorite in the series. I mean, the Sega Genesis was basically a recolored Super Nintendo, so I like most of the stuff on that, but this has just never appealed to me. It's like, the games I know... the games I know and love from SNES or N64 or Game Boy or whatever, except the controls are freaking horrible, the game is short and boring, there's no story, there's no complexity. They aren't very good video games. This is serious business here. So, yeah, most of my commentary, it lasts a little bit before it involves just me trying to insult as many different kinds of my fan base as I can, because I'm pretty sure most video games have a fair amount of respect for the old classics like Super Mario Man, and they're like, "You're mad at video games!" And then hopefully that'll become incredibly annoying when it goes into my mic. But yes, I am not finding this fun compared to like any other Mario platformer. I even like Doki Doki Panic more than this because it at least had some kind of an interesting twist, which was like the enemies don't kill you if you touch them, you can stand on top of them and shenanigans occur. There's like hardly any secrets in it, just the warp zones, which are admittedly a nice little extra, but there's just not much that makes this game appealing other than the fact it saved the gaming industry. It's like saying, oh, old cars made the transportations existent. We should all drive in them and say they are better than recent cars. I mean, I am not a big fan of recent video games. I'm pretty sure anyone who's read my one blog post or whatever would have a fair sense of that, but seriously, old video games like this are not my idea of a good time. I know there are a lot of people's, but not me. Can I? No, I can't! Why not? It's not a big request, you piece of dick! And the continue sort of discredits my thing, but I believe that's the first time I would have gotten to a plausible halfway point, but this level, and I assume most of World 8 does not have them, which is a nice little bonus they put in. I mean, I understand it's the last level, it's hard, there's no reason they should make it easier than it can be, but I don't know. I haven't said that I sort of like thinking games much recently, because there's no thinking in Mario. In some, or like, yeah, in a lot of recent platformers there are exploitable glitches, there are, like, you can manipulate the vast variety of controls to do various interesting techniques. There is nothing like that in this. There's like the, wow, you can jump on 2 Goombas and get a points bonus, and the points don't do anything. But no, there's nothing to keep you coming back to this game unless you're like, you just like the old harshness, which I understand is an acceptable thing, but it does not make a very fun video game in and of itself for a fairly casual gamer like myself. I really don't want to call myself casual, because now that means some butthead who only owns Wii Fit and then writes angry letters to Nintendo for calling them obese. But I have never really been into the serious video game things. I do them like stress relief and enjoyment and being a nerd. Like I said in a previous part, I'll be good at them if I can, like, battle my friends on the inner tubes and tell them that I'm better than them, but this is not my idea of fun. I mean, I know it is downright wacky how many times I've died doing this, but it isn't enjoyable wacky. Enjoyable wacky is Portal, where there's the heart-jerking scenes like the cake is a lie and that rock guy went into the furnace. But this doesn't have any of that. It has its wacky old-timey charm and the fact that there was nothing else as good as it at the time. And that's pretty much it. Metroid 1 was pretty freaking horrible too. Zero Mission was a vast improvement, and I understand there are probably some dumbheads out there, right? Yeah, Metroid 1 was the best because I'm an old guy and I like entering passwords. And that is not a valid opinion. I'm sorry, your opinion is cancelled. It would be, this whole level would be much easier if they just gave you a mushroom. I guess video games are so new, like, where they lasted more than 5 seconds of arcade game at this point, but that whole health system, it's like a pretty major factor in several video games for a reason. It's like in Wii Boxing, what if the first person who got a hit in just KO'd the other person, and that was the end of the match, and there was no chance of reclaiming? That is the exact same situation I am in here. And they just don't understand that it is not a good situation. And in retrospect, I have no idea why they introduced, or they put this on the horizontal console, because I can imagine, like, a casual gamer playing this, and I don't know, mixing up casual and regular gamers, because I was gonna say getting mad and, like, leaving on the middle of the 4th level, but no, that's, like, my type of gamer. Casual gamers would probably, like, leave off after 1-3 because it's too hard for them, and still think it's a darn right good game because you don't have to actually do anything in video games for them to be a valuable use of your money. Especially if you can waggle and wiggle. Okay, let's try going backwards. Backwards is more perdition. Yes, hooray, it does. Is there a hole down there? I'm not risking it. Okay, that was a whole video, but I am glad that is out of the way. And now on to unexplored frontiers. I've never gone this far before, oh no. That Paracoopa's killed me more times than I can count. That's a good ending. Okay, I'll see you guys in part 11. I will beat World 1 or 8 2 in it. 1 and 8 are basically the same number.